Rome, I did not give you the permission to stop disliking me, alright? Where's the button that just has, like, instant denouncement? I don't want anything to do with them. Look, no, I'm not trading with you. Everything you stand for, I dislike. Oh, another relic. That's my second. Haha. Hey, that's not bad luck, actually, at all. We will take that in heaps. Okay, everyone just take a moment, heal up, be sensible, enjoy yourselves. So this man-at-arms just did 22 damage to my horseman. Oh no! And I heal 35. Do you want to have another go? You're very welcome to have another go if you'd like. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to move my unique unit in, move you to that, and then the horseman can do one attack, and then we can get the kill, just grind a tiny bit of culture. Lovely. Ooh, Rome has built Mashy Peashy for me. Ah, cheeky people. Well, okay then. I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain at all. Okay, so if this is Italy, we're now fighting into to take over. This will be North Africa. That'll be Sicily. This is Greece. And then that's Egypt. So, you know, there you go. What an accurate map. I love this. I honestly, this map is really cool. 40 gold per turn. I'm not trading with you. It's not happening. I will engage in guerrilla warfare for the rest of this game, I swear. All the industrial zones are starting to finish, though. Amazing. Imhotep is up first, which is why I'm a little bit excited to get these done. Wenta is now also finishing the dam in the middle of everything, just to make sure that this works really nicely. Tribal village. 20 diplomatic favor. Kume spotted, plus man-at-arms. Okay, good to know where everything is. Good to know where everything is. Pull back and heal for a second. We need to just make sure I'm bringing in the toughest troops I can, or we let them attack us for a second. They will dash themselves upon the walls of our army. Sun Tzu will keep this safe. Then we'll go in for Kume in a second. Mount Vesuvius. Antiquity sites give more culture. Artifacts give more culture and tourism. Amazing. Oh, a CAD. Oh, that's a Scotland that I would like. Yes, that will help me massively. Oh, look at that army as well. So now, not only do we not need a battering ram, but we could also use the upgrade to the battering ram, the siege tower, in order to bypass walls and hit walls at the same time. Hey, that's all you need. Wow. Oh, I actually meant to attack there rather than pillage, but sure. That extra gold helps because there's still a few cities in my empire that are struggling to get out their holy sites, and I would like them to finish up as quickly as possible. Time to evangelize. And given our crazy amount of faith per turn, I will be going Crusade. I think that would help me to take on Rome. And in order to do that, we're going to go for the mosque, which lets me get a little bit of extra spread power. Aha! As I expected, the trebuchet is making its way to come and see me. Oh, you'll love that. You'll love the surprise that you'll see when you come and find out what I've been cooking. Yep, here they come. Trebuchets. Trebuchets everywhere. I don't think you're going to have much luck against me. Who have we just met? Kabul. Okay, they're fun, but they're not who I need. No, who I need is Nan Madol. Let's give myself a huge boost. A huge boost of culture if I can pick those up. Samarkand, I've lost, but I don't need to worry about that. Not at the moment. And I'm starting to build harbors, commercial hubs. You can see harbor over there, commercial hub here, harbor down there. We have 2 trade routes at the moment. I'll soon be on 5. Let's level our catapults up a little bit more by chucking some rocks at a trebuchet. We'll get the horsemen to do a bit of damage, and then culture farming. Don't mind if I do. Takes a turn off humanism. And my heavy chariots have got 28 melee strength. That'll be increased to 33 by my druid. And then I'm also stood on a hill and in a wood. So it goes 33, 36, 39. I think if that man-at-arms attacks me, it's going to regret it. So I'll just stay there and do some damage against it. Why not? This might be a little bit risky with this unit. I would like to get that trebuchet killed, ideally. Let's try and do that. Bam, humanism boosted even more. Excellent. Means we are now lining these units up. For cheap upgrades, I'm saving my gold per turn. Dido. Before I actually generated too many grievances, we managed to get that alliance going. Excellent. Economic alliance? Sounds good. Another friend against Rome. Caesar only has 3 cities. This shouldn't be too hard to push him out. It shouldn't be too hard at all. More holy sites. Faith per turn. Above 400 on turn 97. This is quite something. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I actually checked on the NITA situation when I unlocked the technology. Let's have a quick look. Apparently I'm getting 4 per turn, which is a good sign. There's some next to the dam in the middle of what is beautiful land. That's unfortunate. So I'll have to lower the appeal to get that one. That's under an industrial zone. Awesome. That's under a commercial hub. Oh, and that's under a city I was going to put down. Okay, sometimes I complain about a distinct lack of strategic resources that I get given, but in this particular instance, I will allow the fact to emerge that the game has been quite nice to me. Thank you very much. I picked up Invention as a card, but I can't have everything. This government is very top-weighted. We have no wildcard policies for now. I mean, there is stuff we can do about that, but it might take a little bit of time to kick in. No matter, it's all good. More harbors. Yes, more districts. I need as many trade routes as is humanly possible. And this is city number 16. Look at this. City number 16. Fantastic. Now, I have the raid card on, which means I should be pillaging everything I can from Rome. I need to borrow all of their technology. I get extra faith from the Grandmaster's Chapel and generally extra yields full stop. Plus, now I can be using all of these yields to do a few things. Firstly, to upgrade all of my troops at half price discount because of my government. But also, I can go and think, what do I need? What would help with this particular invasion? And in this particular instance, I'm thinking a Corsa, just for a little bit more pillage. Quite a fun turn, actually. Not because of the 48 gold per turn that Rome is trying to bribe me with. How dare you? Proud Britain would never take that sort of deal. No, it's actually the fact that we've got 2 dams finishing on the same turn. Look at this. Huzzah indeed. This arrangement here with all of these industrial zones that all have workshops being picked up into them, that makes me very happy. And the fact that my Pingala city has a dam just means it gets a little bit more housing and it's happier. I'm on to their holy site, which there's a large part of me that doesn't particularly want to pillage this. It would have been a quicker way to retain some production once I took the city. But you got to crack a few eggs if you're going to make a raid pie. And the trebuchets are now hitting with 55 strength. Oh my lord, these don't even have the promotion. Yes, I know these are trebuchets that I have levied from Vilnius. I don't mind. I'm willing to upgrade their units for them. I'll happily do that. Tribal village near my capital, which isn't even my most important city, but a free population in Venta is always appreciated, and I love it. City number 17. I think we're going to test this mod out fully. We're going to see how many names it's been given. Push the mod to its absolute limit. Oh, city number 18 whilst I'm at it. Very lovely. More luxuries, more space. That needs to be improved, however. Don't mind me. Just going to treat myself to another druid. It's only 125 faith now. These are so ridiculously cheap. I'm actually going to start building them everywhere that needs a bit of an improvement. Is there a holy site that's not completely surrounded by woods? How dare you? I'll send a druid straight to it as a priority. Oh, Rome, this relationship is not going to be one you're going to enjoy. Don't try and ask me for things. Oh, Gaul. Now, Gaul should like me in theory because I have a lot of troops. They are the remaining anti-Rome partisan fighters and they have 4 luxuries for me. Oh my lord. We need to invest into this relationship heavily. On the first term, we will send a delegation, open up our borders, ask for friendship. No, it was cheeky to ask, but I gave it a go. We have denounced an enemy. I could join in their war. I mean, Trajan isn't exactly close to me. There are a couple of city-states that I would declare war on at the same time. Kabul, not near me. Kandy, not near me. But hey, if it meant that we were super friends, I absolutely would do that for you. In fact, let's just get a super trade going. Let's get everything together like this. There you go. Integrate our economies thoroughly. So it's currently at -10. We can sweeten the deal a little bit. If I give them 10 Diplo favor, that's increased the favorable trade deals from +1 to +5. So I'll give them another 15. And there you go. We're at 10. So now we're neutral. All we need to do now is make sure that the Scourge of Rome, we are the Scourge of Rome. This is exactly what we do. I'm sure, you know, I think we're going to be best of friends. I have faith. I have confidence. Trebuchet fires over the top. Walls are now down. Caesar only has 12 population and 3 cities. If we take this 8 population city from them, their empire's gutted. There's not much more they can do to fight me. Allied to an enemy. Oh, Gaul and Phoenicia don't get on. That's unfortunate. They have an embassy there now. I want to be friends with you. Hey, there we go. Okay, they actually did take the friendship just randomly. Sometimes people do that. That's okay. Go for a research alliance with Gaul. That'll help. We're on turn 101, by the way. We've gone over turn 100. So we've hit the culture mark, the gold mark, the faith mark, and we've almost hit the science mark. Sometimes a game just goes nicely, and this start has been good. However, it's Byzantium. Theodora's Byzantium that is the science leader. We can't let our guard down. I have a feeling she's going to be slightly brutal. 1, 2, and I'm actually going to melee attack with my chariot in the hope that it gives me a little bit of culture for killing the trebuchet. Let's see. No. Oh well, it was worth a try. We got the era score from taking the capital though, so that in itself is pretty fun. We've killed the unit there. We have access now to Mount Vesuvius. I'm tempted to put a city right under it, just because I can. No other reason. Palmyra's loyalty is falling apart. It's actually pretty handy. I don't mind that. Both my trebuchets now have shells, which means they're attacking with 65 strength if they're next to the Druids. 94 science. We're starting to fix all the infrastructure that Rome put down. This is very, very good science land. Like, this is not forested area, but there's a +4 campus, +5 campus. Some really good land. I'll take it. And I am going to steal Imhotep. I wonder what Imhotep will be building first. No one's sure. It's a total mystery to all. I'm kind of tempted to leave this city-state alone. Let this barb camp form into something like a CAD. But it's so near my land, I can't turn down the 2-3 population. Like, it's too good. There's loads of space on this map. City-states will appear elsewhere. I've managed to convince Carthage to go to war with Trajan. I like this. Sowing the seeds of chaos around the map. That's what we're looking to do at the moment. Trebuchet goes. Bam! Man-at-Arms follows it up with a brutal attack. I'm hoping Palmyra should fall pretty quickly. Hattusa is being destroyed. I reckon that's the Ottomans again. They're in a particularly brutal mood, I think. I don't think there's any point in me waiting now. I'm going to industrialize. I've got so many industrial zones in very central points of my land. I think factories, core power plants, stuff like that is going to give us a huge boost. Palmyra's walls are down. The city is sieged. My man-at-arms can heal because it's next to a druid. Everything just looks and feels amazing. Oh, that's a beautiful sight. Forests, industry, and a moderate flood that's been mitigated. Oh, premier pro-civing. Oh, look, I wonder what Imhotep built first. Yay, it's the mausoleum. 1 science, 1 faith, 1 culture on all coast towers for this city, and engineers have an additional charge, including Imhotep. Sometimes it's the simple stuff that makes us happiest. Trebuchet 1, Trebuchet 2, man-at-arms, and of course, we might need the horsemen as well, but the city is mine regardless. That's the most important thing. And I realized that we're not going to be able to actually put Matterhorn in my empire unless I liberate Kamasi. We've got to put some serious loyalty pressure on the Ottomans, which I think I can do, but it's going to be a bit of a project. We like ambitious projects though. We're happy to have crazy, silly, ambitious projects where we take huge chunks of allied territory just purely in order to make a vague strategy work. That's exactly the sort of thing I like to do. 105 is when I went above 100 science per turn, by the way. Excellent. Excellent. It just goes to show what a few very well-placed campuses can do in your empire. You don't need one everywhere, although I am starting to now build one everywhere. That's a total coincidence. I don't even have natural philosophy in. I need more policy cards in my government. That's the takeaway from this, I think. Here's Mahabodhi Temple. I want the diplomacy points and I want the 2 apostles. I mean, I've got so much wood next to a holy site. It would have been very strange if I hadn't have built this wonder. So here it is. 2-3 apostles. Maybe this is the time to go and annoy the Ottomans and remove their religion entirely from the game. How many cities follow it? 3 cities. Oh, it is a little bit unfortunate. Remove 75%, you say? Debater, you say? All right, there's a lot of fun stuff that. Yeah, let's get rid of the barb camp. It is a little bit of a shame, but I can't say no to the population. I really can't. I also can't say no to city number 21, and it's next to the Lisfjord. It's going to be a perfect city. A wonderful city. If I can actually build anything on it, which is a big if. And city number, I'm losing track, 22, Dubras. Where am I going to put the holy site? Oh yeah, there it was. I was like, I knew I had a plan. I can't remember what the plan is, but there was a plan. Depredation Horseman. Any game starts with a Depredation Horseman. It's just too much fun. The letter, you say? Oh ho ho ho. All right then. That is suddenly an open opportunity to use my almost 500 faith per turn. I just don't think it's enough. I've moved Magnus, by the way, to what is Greece, and now I'm going to be settling everywhere. And yes, I absolutely am going to settle beneath Mount Vesuvius. Is this a sensible thing to do? Of course it's not, but I want to do it anyway. It's too much fun. 715 faith for a single settler should be an awful lot, but it's not, because I now have 500 per turn. Something I think is totally reasonable and proportionate. The Ottomans might make this a little bit tricky. They definitely want to take over Hattusa. I'm not a huge fan of that, but Ostia actually is the gateway to what I think is Iberia. This is Spain and Portugal, and if I know anything about Saf, the wonderful modder who makes all of these maps, I know that Saf likes to put a lot of woods in Iberia. It's just a thing. So I'm hoping this is going to be a really nice place for me to go and visit. Oh, Oi! Oh, who did that? That was my ally, my so-called ally. Not gonna be happy. I bet it was. Oh no! Oh no, Theodora! That sounds an awful lot like Rome to me. Ottoman's getting grumpy because our alliance wore off. Don't worry, we're just destroying Rome. Speaking of, denounce! Get out of here. Yep, it was Suleiman. You stole 2 very powerful trebuchets just as I was about to assault Ostia. This is not nice. I can get them back, but we're gonna have to move a lot of armed units around to do this manually now. My first knight should help me to do a little bit more damage. Colossus, another trade route capacity. My Pingala city is funneling all of these trade routes at the moment. It's my biggest city. It's giving me science and culture for every population, and then Chingreti gives me faith from the trade routes as well, so it's all good stack. I like the fact, if we have a look at this little city now, we've got the Colossus guarding the bay. That's fun. That's what I would call a nice touch. We have cartography. How's my tech doing? Oh, I've just taken the lead from Byzantium and Byzantium. Oh my lord, it is pretty much neck and neck though. I need to keep building all of my infrastructure, make sure we don't run out of stuff. Which is the holy city? Istanbul. Alright, let's have a little peek over here. I don't really see many religious units, and to be honest, 30 faith per turn is not going to stop against 540. So if I just tickle a couple of their perimeter cities, like this one, I'm going to just generate some grievances with you. You know, you're my ally. What are you going to do about it? Halep? Well, you can follow me as well. Ha 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 ha. So they're down to 2 cities now, I believe. Istanbul and Izmir. I don't know where Izmir is, but it's going to be somewhere down here. Somewhere down here is Izmir. I realized we secured the Golden Age a little while back as well. Ooh, we're overshooting there quite considerably. Not a bad thing, just something I've noticed. I actually manually built this one. Colosseum, I think this was in range of 5 or 6 of my cities. It was quite a lot of them. And I like the extra culture, I like the extra immunities. It's also next to my Pingala city, so that's really handy for a little bit of extra science. Plus, building Colosseum with Rome in the game makes me quite happy. Oh no, it's a little too far away from my Pingala city, but it is in range of 7 cities. Oh yeah, that's even better than I thought. I think I've settled cities around it since then. Yet another holy site is finished. Yes, unfortunately the culture on the holy sites doesn't stack. It's not like the Serwan district, for instance. If you look at 2 temples and are next to each other, no, it doesn't double up on the culture, but still, a lot of fun. I was hoping what I would be able to do is convince the Ottomans to send a couple of religious units out based on the conversion of their bigger cities, but they're just letting me convert everything, and there's basically no opposition whatsoever. Let's see if I can find the holy site in Izmir. Like, I'm not complaining. If this is how they want to play, this is how they want to play. They just want to roll over, embrace my clearly better religion. That's the thing. Like, everyone knows that my religion is just superior. It's just strange to see. Just checking in on the stats is quite entertaining here. Theodora, 6 cities. Gaul, 5. Basil, 7. Dido, 5. Trajan, 6. And Julius Caesar, 1. Ottomans, 7. I'm on 22. This is a cool empire. There used to be a thing with the Celts back in Civ 5 where if you settled loads and loads and loads and loads of cities, eventually it would go round to like the 30th city on the list, and it would be the incredibly long Welsh name that would get plonked onto the map, and it would be probably from about the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side of the screen as you're looking at it now. It used to make me laugh every time. That's kind of what I'm hoping to see today. City number 23, and yes, it is beneath Mount Vesuvius. I'm sure it's fine. Bit of a tone change here. Nan Madol, 2 envoys, and we should be getting 2 culture for every district or city centre that's on the coast or on a lake. That's another 53. And we can now see the heathen that is Theodora's Byzantium. Oh, looks very flat, very runnable, very open. Very, very, very open. Good to know, eh? And well, bam. That I believe is the religion, pretty much. I mean, it's gone. It's warrior monk religion. No one's gonna miss it. No one at all. Namadol has been taken back. That's a shame. I feel like they did that deliberately. They knew what I was up to, and they were like, can't let Ursa get away with just stealing a city-state like that. I understand. That checks out. That makes a lot of sense. Now, the way that I position my druids around mean that I can just leave a lot of these knight units just to heal really, really quickly, even though though we're in enemy territory, whilst I just alternate my troops around and take out Ostia. We didn't really bring any proper siege equipment here because someone stole it, just saying. We haven't needed it. So far, so good. Rome has just put a scout onto my little salt island. No. Get off there, you Roman creep. Just, like, what are you doing with my salt? Why did you bring your cats to my salt? It's weird. Every time I see the fire started icon, I get scared. Don't worry. It's just over in Valletta. It's fine. It doesn't affect me at all. It's everyone's favorite sort of fire, that. There is a small chance we can actually save Hattusa here. I think nobody will be suzerained to it. So once we eliminate Rome from the game, the Ottomans might actually be forced here to make peace with them. But anyway, one Rome is out. We are 1/4 done. It will not stand the test of time, and that is lovely. And yeah, I feel like these units have definitely been pushed out. I'll see if that actually transpires to be correct. But I would prefer it if Hattusa stayed in the game. It's a very, very good city-state, and it would give me strategics I don't have. I keep forgetting that my Druids can actually use their charges to get rid of resources. Not entirely sure that was deliberate when this mod was made, but it's still wonderful. Istanbul follows my religion. That was the holy city. Holy city no more. With the crazy amount of production we've got, this is Kilwa. 3 envoys in my capital. 15% to any single yield that I have a suzerain over with city-states, and 15% across my empire when I have 2. So at the moment, I've got 15% bonus culture across my empire and 15% gold, faith, and production of both types in my capital. 2 envoys into Hattusa means that I can now claim this city-state. I'm hoping this will be enough, yeah, to make the Ottomans back off. This is mine now. Respect its autonomy. And by autonomy, I mean, of course, I own it. That's what everyone means by autonomy, right? City number 25. At some point, we'll realize we don't need any more cities, but that point is nowhere near. City number 26. You keeping up? You keeping up with all of them? All you need to know, all you need to really know, is that there's cities everywhere. Every single tile of this map will probably, at some point, be a city. Now, this is a wonderful, great scientist. However, Newton is available, and one of the Byzantiums is quite close. So I'm going to pass and hope that Newton is the next one to pop up, because I have quite a few universities, and I think just increasing the amount of science my universities gives will be a good long-term investment for me. Nazca. That's not a very Phoenician-sounding name. What is it with my allies and killing all the city-states? Just seems harsh to me. Natural history is what unlocks zoos, aquariums, water parks, everything that's a lot of fun in terms of keeping an empire happy, which remarkably, with 26 cities, I am actually keeping this empire happy. I'm enjoying this. You don't often see such a successful attempt at keeping such a large empire happy this early into the game, but hey, if it's gonna give you it, it's gonna give you it, and that's fine. Let's get that zoo working. Galileo is next up. Oh, I did hope it was Newton, but we've got some pretty good synergy on mountains around. A couple of 4-tile spots. I don't think there's a 5-tile anywhere around. Certainly not worth waiting for, because we can just industrialize almost instantaneously. Let's drop 3 envoys, not into Valletta, which would be handy if I wasn't just throwing all my faith into more settlers because I have an addiction. No, let's throw it into Kabul, because Kabul is right in the middle of Trajan's empire, and Trajan is my next target, seeing as we are in a joint war at the moment. You can see Trajan's lands are not reaching across the scope like Jupiter, or whatever he normally says. He's not doing a particularly good job at spreading wide, but now we get double experience from battles we initiate. And yep, I've built a second army, just a random second army, just from a little bit of spare production I had with the World Congress, because units have been half price this entire time. Like, I have a lot of trebuchets, a lot of man-at-arms, a lot of knights. And you can see Trajan's defenses, well, they should be pretty susceptible to that level of damage. That's now Kumasi converted to my religion. So the 2 important cities on the edges of the Ottoman Empire, Erden, which I want for myself, and then Kumasi, which I would love to be able to liberate. They now have a -6 loyalty on them. It's not going to make much of a difference when they're in a golden age, but if Ottomans fall into a dark age next era, then they might regret that. Oh, Gaul finally acknowledges the fact that I've got a lot of armed forces. That's good. I'm going to try and force through thief purchasing to be 50% of the cost. It might not go through. It probably won't go through, but it would be funny if it did. Production. I mean, I've still got a lot of production. That's fine, but I just thought 700 faith. We could have a lot of fun with that. This city overlap function is always quite a lot of fun. It's like, where do I put my water park? As you can see, this beautiful tile is in range of 5 cities at range 6, but you can just sort of creep this up to range 9 and have a look. Water parks up here are quite good. Some city-states are kind of going to make this calculation a little less accurate, but I think that is a good tell. Let's do it. Water park time. You think my yields are good now? You just wait until my entire nation is ecstatic and lovely. Oh look, this is one of those antiquity type spots. Full culture on it. Nice. I reckon I should have a couple of those scattered across my land, to be fair. Oh, I've just seen one. If I buy enough gold to buy the tile. Have a look at this. This is next to a holy site and it has the Vesuvius bonus on it. Bam. 6 culture. That seems excessive and I love it. Square rigging. And we can finally put a couple of really good cards into my government. Press gangs is one of them. We'll keep professional army in because now I can start to pick up a couple of frigates. I'm not expecting there to be too much naval warfare, but my idea is this. If I own the seas, if I totally control the seas, then I have freedom of movement of all of my troops. So it doesn't matter what's going on the land. I can reinforce and resupply my armies basically to my heart's content. I think it's going to be very important to keep that in mind. Galileo! Here you go, just give me 1,000 science. That industrializes for me like that. Now to get factories out. Oh, how much coal did I get? Let's have a look. There's some in a forest. That's under a holy site, so I've got one source completely. That one is between 2 holy sites. That could not be in a worse location, but never mind. That's under a holy site. That one can be improved. It might ruin a bit. That one can be improved. Okay, we've got plenty. That's just in my area as well. So yeah, this is good. Now we need to upgrade our army. First of all, gunpowder. Then we're going to military science through siege tactics, printing, and military science. That will give us a bunch of upgrading ability. And then I think we're going to double hit. We're going to go for this city, owned by 1 Byzantium, and then we're going to hit the 2nd Rome with my 2nd army, which is actually just about arriving now. I don't think we're going to have a problem landing, but saying that, I have noticed that there are boats here that might stop our crossing. Candy may be annoying. I don't really want to destroy Candy, but if they stop me attacking Rome, I may just have to. In goes public works because we are now at the beautiful age of civil engineering. We can do so much more though. Let's nationalize, unlock some cores. I'm just remembering to put a lot of druids out into combat as well. Those are the sort of units that are going to do the damage for me. Now, where is the city? And can I bombard it from a distance? No, it's kind of going to be there, isn't it? This is only a fraction of the sort of army I can bring to bear though. And I have noticed I'm running a massive gold deficit. I'm doing a lot of trading with my allies at the moment, which is keeping me stable. But without that 148 gold coming in per turn, I would be minus 50 at the moment. We have a lot of army. I've been secretly building a huge and frightening amount of army. That's very me, you know? That's just how I like to play. Oh, city number 27. Speaking of how I like to play, this is really good. Iberia was as wood-filled as I had hoped it to be. Now what I'm going to do is hope that Rome somewhere has an encampment. Oh, they don't. Okay, never mind. What I was going to do was use this faith income to start praying things in once I crossed over. So take a city and then use it to pray tons more reinforcements, especially once I get things like muskets. I think I might still do that, but perhaps it's not as effective as I had hoped. Do you think with some of these cities, do you think when I bring my army here, I should attack the walls directly head on? Or do you think I should go side on? Ha 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 ha! It's an old joke, but it checks out. Oh yeah, the aid request. Okay, I'm a bad friend. I was the only person in this and I failed to give them any gold. Oh, I think I'm a terrible person. Oh, never mind. Hey, look, what are you going to do? I'm sure they didn't really need the aid money. Right, I've got 3 trebuchets all lined up here. I tell you what, Rome doesn't have their own religion. They don't have their own religion, so this is what I would call an opportunity. Let's send over some apostles with our army. Don't forget, I haven't had to use it yet, but I do have Crusade. And if I can use Crusade, I will be very tempted to use Crusade because... what can I say? I love to crusade. Some would consider that to be a problem. I would say, get crusaded. Bi Sheng. Don't mind if I do. Gaul, stop running projects. I want to have all of the engineers. Oh, thank you. Oh, look, a frigate. Yay! I brought a boat to a trebuchet party. I've never been more proud. Actually, I'm going to send this course around and help out. Haha! There you go, the trebuchets can come into party. I don't think I want to conquer Candy, but then Pamukkale's that, so I kind of do. Maybe I'll raise it. I don't want an emergency being raised, but actually, no, I'm allied to everyone I care about. Ah, screw that. I'm taking it. That's what we call a reversey Percy. I was thinking about that for a second. I was like, No. I remember now. I don't care. Oh, the pin! The pin! Ursa, you can't settle that. It's too close to Nanmadol. No, you fools. It's totally separated by a body of water on all sides, which means the barrier is only 3 tiles, not 4. Ignore what the tooltips say. The tooltips lie. They always lie. That was city number 28, and this is city number 29. How many cities are enough, Ursa? To that I say, I don't know. I've still got a problem. You're giving me 700 faith per turn. What do you expect me to do? I'm just gonna keep settling. Ooh, Rome did a whole 16 damage to my trebuchet. Oh no! What am I going to do? Actually, this is more annoying. The barbs are being problematic now. Let's just hire another galley. I think I can probably get away with not doing this. Let's send some population back to my new city and use this quadrireme to go and fish those out. And then I'll upgrade the galley I've got to a caravel, and that'll wreak some havoc. All of the trebuchets are here, but are the druids here? I'm trying to bring them in, but they're taking their sweet time. Never mind, enough of them are here. One attack. Oh, are you building Renaissance walls? You were, you cheeky sausage. Dear oh dear, don't do that to me. I don't need to be fighting Renaissance walls. I have enough stress in my life without them. And so it begins, the cycle of mega eruptions on Vesuvius. It's giving some good yields though, including 3 science on the city center. Like, it killed a population, then it immediately regrew, and now it's got even more yield. You can't kill me, Vesuvius. I will only come back stronger. 1, 2, and a 3. Walls are a little bit tougher than they were a second ago. I have a lot of cavalry and a lot of siege, but not many strong units like muskets to fight my way through here. But don't worry, there are ways of producing such units. But it's not a story that the Jedi would ever tell you. Well, the counterattack is appearing from Rome. So far, it's just sort of bouncing off my units. Candy is genuinely offering more of a resistance here. Trust me, I've tried taking Candy from a Roman and it's pretty tricky. Are you moving your units around to try and kill my druids? How very dare you? How about you don't do that? I disapprove of this sort of shenanigan. Luckily for me, with my great general and with my druids, we are able to stack quite a lot of combat power on attacks here, and I can now start to form cores, which are useful for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're much tougher. Secondly, I have less units to worry about. That in itself is pretty handy as well. Means I have less units to stack on the same tiles, means they're more powerful. They can shred walls a little bit quicker. Speaking of, that wall is down now. Haha! What's that? You're going to use a spearman to attack a knight? I don't think so. This, by the way, is a classic example of why you need to be really, really careful about terrain. This is a courser. It's 46 strength. This is a man-at-arms. This is 45 strength. They are inherently almost the same strength. However, even though I am currently in the range of a great general and a druid, which combined increases my combat power to 56, you will notice that I am losing this battle heavily. And that is because the AI can stack stuff as well. They've got +4 from being Deity. They've also got +4 from Oligarchy. They've stacked units. They've given a support bonus. That's +2. I'm also attacking them on a hill into a wood, which gives them 6 ideal terrain and 5 from a river defense. So just attacking this tile to this tile is giving them +11. So if they attack me in the same way, I will get those bonuses instead. So defense is very important a lot of the time. Honestly, half the time when people really struggle with invasions, the biggest issue is because people try and force the matter. They're trying to make silly attacks that don't work. Just calm it down. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Be chill. It'll probably be fine. Unless you die. In which case it will not be fine. Don't listen to me if that's the case. Let's get the letter in. I've got 2,400 faith. Time to start doing what I enjoy doing at war. Aggressively settling towards the person I'm invading. If I do this, I will find myself in a lovely place where the Grandmaster's Chapel will kick into gear and I'll be able to just spread stuff. Pray in more units, because more units is exactly what I need. I don't have a big enough bill. Minus 99, no, minus 108 gold per turn from units. It's not enough. We can all agree that that's not enough. You know what? I've never actually noticed that. Candy just ran a unit into me. They died. But there was a little pop-up that said my unit had killed a Candian unit. Candian unit. Why can you not just say a resident of Candyland? That would be so much better. Or at least it would make me smile. It wouldn't be better at all. What's the opposite of better? Significantly worse. 1 attack. 2 attacks. give you grape shot and you crew weapons, and we've now stacked up some nice cores for the future. But here is my first take of the city, and huzzah indeed. It's got an amazingly average campus. Oh, a +4 holy site. Actually, for considering the fact I didn't make this city, that's actually pretty good. Often it doesn't matter what religion you take. The AI will never set up holy sites in a way that helps you at all. It's because why would they? You have a very, very particular style of strategy. It does have an encampment. Ooh, exciting. Oh, no, it's not. That's a holy site. But it doesn't matter because I can still pray in units and they get put in the holy site as well. So what units are going to be important? I think we're going to start to pray in some muskets. Oh yeah, these are strong. My invasion force has very much arrived though. I am enjoying the landing here. The half-price units really did come at the right time for me in this game. I'm enjoying it a lot. This is my first settlement on Africa. This is going to be my staging post to attack Byzantium. Going to do a few things. It's going to allow me to upgrade all my units. I'm not going to run in with coursers or knights. We're going to run in with cuirassiers and cavalry. But it also means I can move Magnus closer to the front line and just get ready to attack on that front. It actually has new luxuries that I haven't found yet. We're on 19 separate luxuries. This has been brilliant. Uh-oh, Mount Doom is erupting again. This looks terrifying. Although, yes, keep bathing me in delicious, delicious yields. The city might be slightly cooked, but it's a lot of fun. So, I will take Candy for Pamukkale. I will settle this city. That'll give me a pretty good beachhead, and then we just attack Trajan. They've only got 26 populations, so loyalty shouldn't be too much of an issue. What is an issue is the fact that seemingly I can't move my units through their land very easily, although there are roads. Rome should have built roads, so it's just a case of finding them, and I think this is the road here to Velatrice. We've actually got to head in this direction. Okay, there is a road. It's just slightly weird. Yeah, taking Candy is actually going to make this a lot easier. This is still the medieval era, by the way. I should point that out. It is still the medieval era. I feel like we've done well for the medieval era. And I'm also struggling on gold now. I've been going for pretty much solely domestic trade routes to get the faith, but considering how crazy my faith is, on this game, I'm weirdly going to start doing low faith runs in order to get more gold, which feels very, very odd, although I did just see a very high faith route, Venta. Oh, what sort of routes has Venta got? Not many gold routes, and they're also really rubbish, but there is a couple. Akkad, Samarkand. Okay, right, good. We've made enough domestic routes to actually give me a couple of trading posts that extend my routes here, but yeah, we've got to focus on gold income. Gold income is by far the biggest weakness I have in this run, and that's purely just because of the absolutely colossal amount of army that I'm running here. There's stuff that I can do to make it easier, but so far it's okay. Like, I don't actually mind the fact that we've got such a large army build. This is a good thing for me. It means that I'm doing well in fielding an army. It just means I've got to focus a little bit on making it cost effective. So here we go. This is a good example. We're going to start making cores now. Don't worry. This is no cause for concern. I'm simply upgrading my army. It just means I'll have a lot less units to have to faff around with. It also means they're much less prone to dying, which is a really cool thing as well. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy's Ursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Mr. Awesome, Frankincense Battlezord, Sleepy Lab, Bookaluk 79, The Nickerman, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher, Juvara. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!